We are back. Episode 160. That is
Ooh,
160 weeks at a minimum, over 3 years of recording and coming to you live.
that's crazy.
Past 3 years, including this coming year, we are proudly sponsored by Moon Golf. Best
It's
in the
official.
business.
We have re-signed with Moon for another year. We just want to thank Ann and Dan making this happen. Without y'all, this year that we thought was already incredible this year, just going to get even better in 2026. And so appreciate Moon Golf. Check them out.
I think I'm going to go by soon and possibly
Update the wedges.
The irons have a little age on them.
Oh, irons over the wedges.
I think I've only had I've had the wedges about 2 years. So I've played probably 20 rounds on them. I don't spin it anyway, so I think they can last.
So that's where we get all our equipment from. Go check them out. And I promise you, it's a lot better than going to a different store if you're local. Even if you're within like an hour of Auburn, I'd come to Moon Golf and get stuff.
I mean, considering the options, there's not really any quality stores
to compete
within an hour, north, south, east, or west.
Absolutely not. It's the same as like when I don't know if you ever have, but like driving from here, being like, I'm going to go to the PGA Superstore in Atlanta or whatever. It's like going up there when I can just
so far.
Yeah, so that's why for like anybody that's on an hour, check out Moon Golf.
Usually, realistically, anybody listening to this is within the area, so you can go for your Christmas presents. They have gift cards if you don't know what to get. I know a lot of people, me included, are very particular on golf stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't just buy a dozen balls. Pro Vs work for everybody, but if someone likes what they're playing already, like they're a higher skilled player, a gift card.
Yep, perfect. And so go check them out. And I'm excited about this year for us, 2026. We're going to sit down before the end of the year and go over some plans and some courses that we want to go to, thanks to Moon. And so tonight, though, here in a little bit, we're going to have a favorite here on the show. He's been here several times. Scott Porter Golf is going to be joining us. He should be hopping on in a minute. We'll just kind of throw him in there. But tonight, we're going to continue to discuss the Internet Invitational. I think it's getting so good. We're going to talk about that. Then we're going to talk about we didn't get to talk about it last week. I had it on the notes, didn't get a chance to talk to it, but I guess when it's just me and you, we can talk about it. We can jump into it now. What's your thoughts on Good breaking into like the PGA Tour scene with hosting an event? That's crazy.
I think for longevity of Good to continue where it's at, they had to differentiate.
To do something.
YouTube is great, but I mean, they've already spread it around. I mean, they got private equity investing in them. They got the partnership with Callaway.
Yep.
I mean, what's the next step?
I don't know. And that's what and that's where I'm kind of like with us as making content, because sometimes I get this feeling that, you know, when we started this, YouTube golf was like at the peak, and I was kind of like, is it fading out now? Like, is the trend as far as YouTube out, and kind of the direction we went with our content is I feel like more people are just interested in the short form content.
Yeah.
So like those long videos Good was making, it's like, yeah, they were cool, but now people aren't really into those as much. I don't know the data.
The last time you watched outside of the Internet Invitational, which is averaging 2 to 3 hours an episode.
Yeah.
When is the last time you watched a YouTube video more than 20 minutes?
I tried to watch Grant and Ricky the other day, and I cut it on and ended up just not even, I was looking at my phone the whole time, and I just let it kind of play in the background, but I didn't even watch the whole thing. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to even, because at this point now, every video, there's nothing new. Like this hunting channel I watch, every time I watch, they're after a different deer, or it's a different state. They're doing something different. It's never the same thing. Golf, you know, every few videos is like the same challenge, the same premise. And you're kind of like,
there's only so much you can do.
Yeah. Now, and the reason I'm so intrigued with, if you like golf content, I'm intrigued with people like No Laying Up, is they're not putting out as many videos, but when they do, it's different stories, it's different cities, different places. It's not the same. Like for the longest time, Good did the Among Us challenge. I'm like, bro, I've already seen this. It's the same thing. You're just doing it at a different course. And so,
Yeah.
and that's
I
why,
really like the oh, who was it? And I lost my train of thought. I say I really like the graduation series.
oh yeah.
It was different,
Mhm.
but there's only so many, and that's from Busted Jack. But there's only so many like different things you can do because one thing about golf, there's only 18 holes.
Yeah.
There's only one ball. There's one set of clubs. There's only so many ways you can play the course.
Mhm.
In the end, the goal is shoot as low as possible,
Yeah.
no matter how good or bad you are. There's only so low you can go, like
Mhm.
49 realistically from the front tees with pros is hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
agree.
nobody cares if you shoot over 70.
Mm-mm. And that's if you've been like a fan of ours for a minute or just watch our content, that's why Zach and I um had talked about like going to short form content because I mean we're putting in a lot of work on these long forms and it was like not getting what the traction we should have gotten. It's like, man, it's just more people are drawn towards the short form. So it's easier for us, a lot easier. And so we've been doing it that way. And not only are they hosting a PGA Tour event, but when I first got, well, even before I got into Golf Channel, somebody's calling me on my Alexa. Who is it? It's Best JP. Alexa, hang up. Everybody, that's my son calling me. They are bringing back Big Break, like golf challenge show. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited they're doing that.
I really like the content No Laying Up puts out too, as far as like the appreciation of the course and the architecture.
Oh yeah.
It's something that's so unique because a lot of our stuff has just been play golf, do these challenges, and now you see No Laying Up spot where they are just all about appreciating the course.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, here is our guy. Can you keep it the boom? Yeah, I like that so I can see.
Yeah.
Here's our guy, Scott Porter Golf, just jumped in. What's up?
What's up, boys? How are y'all?
Good.
Wonderful.
How you doing?
Y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
It's a little faint, but we can hear you.
Hold on. I might just have to hold it. Is that better?
You
That's better.
might be able to change the mic to the AirPods.
Oh yeah, I bet it's got it on the other setting. Everybody, this if you're new here, if you've been for a while, you've seen Scott on our channel plenty of times. If you're new, this is Scott Porter. He is one of our buddies. Was in Noonan, now he's up in Tennessee, giving up the golf career for a farm career, but we're still getting him to talk about golf. But no, it was fun. He posted that video the other day about the club and dropping it, and I was like, I want to do this so bad, Scott, but I can't. And then so he's trying to help me out with that.
You can. Yeah, it's a little cold up here. I think the wind was 45 mile an hour gust today, high
Oh
of like
gosh,
39.
Mm,
But it's getting warmer. It's supposed to be 70 Saturday, just like down there. So
that's
have
wild.
not given up on golf. In fact, I'm giving just as many lessons now. The lesson book is picked up, thankfully. But yeah, it's definitely a slower paced life up here. So I'm appreciative of it.
So what we all need to know is, as a golfer, you're a real golfer. We're hobby golfers. As a real golfer, are you intrigued with the Internet Invitational?
Yeah, so I was texting Zach. It's kind of weird for me because I'm not a big Barstool fan. Typically,
Mhm.
I avoid everything with Barstool, and that's nothing more than just like personal preference. I just some of the stuff that Barstool puts out as a brand, it just seems like they try to like increase the fighting and the infighting and the
hmm
drama, and it just seems like they play it up for the cameras a little bit, especially like the
Uh-huh.
interviews and the weekly shows that Portnoy goes on and stuff, and it just seems like there's always drama with them. So at first, I was excited about it when Bob announced it; they were going to do it, and then I watched the first 30 minutes of the first episode when it first dropped, and the whole Luke Khan situation happened.
Oh God.
And as a golf pro, who has dealt with a Ryder Cup where we had a guy who was a great player, who was the club champion runner up at our club, he overslept, didn't show up until hole 4 during
Oh
a
gosh.
singles match play match. So he was down 4-4, but he was able to play as soon as he got there. He didn't have to forfeit the match. And in match play, there's not a ton of rules, especially for when it's a scramble, but he should have never had to sit out those first 4 holes. That was just a made up thing that Portnoy just decided to do. And
especially
for that,
on only a 9-hole match.
Exactly. I mean, you have to win the next 5. So
I would have kicked him out.
It's one of those things where I was kind of turned off by that in the very beginning. And then I had a client, he was like, look, I know you're not a huge Barstool guy, but it gets better. You need to just start on episode 2. Yeah. You've already seen what has happened. That was yesterday when I taught him at 9 a.m. yesterday morning. I got in my car. I turned on episode 2. Don't tell the police. And I was listening to it mainly as I was driving home. Watched all of episode 2, all of episode 3, and then today I watched episode 4 and episode 5.
What do you think?
I'm hooked. Yeah, it's great. It's fantastic. I think they did an awesome job with it.
We said last week we think they're revitalizing YouTube golf.
Okay. I'm not sure it needed to be revitalized, but I definitely think the centralization of what they did and bringing everybody together was a huge benefit to the golf space on YouTube for sure.
Well, I don't know if y'all have ever watched, I keep up on YouTube. I watch a lot of Barstool stuff. They have a show called Surviving Barstool. It's basically like Survivor, but they do it in the offices. And the production of it's insane. And so I've always loved it. And they basically are bringing that to this. And I'm like, dude, I love it. Because I've seen Dave. I know his personality. And it's funny watching his personality against some of these golfers that are just sensitive. And they're like, why is he so mean? And why is he? Yeah. He wants people to chirp each other.
I'm a golfer, and I will say the one thing I will say is this has actually brought me closer to being able to absorb Barstool's content. Especially I'm still not a big foreplay guy, but they weren't as bad as I was expecting them to be.
Yeah.
As far as just the personalities, 3 of them made it now into the finals. I'm assuming we're giving away spoilers here.
Yeah. It's live.
Yeah, I'm aware, but you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where they kind of brought me back into Barstool a little bit. I didn't think Portnoy, ever since that first thing with Luke Klein, I thought he handled everything well. He's kind of been poking jabs, but pretty much hands off, letting the format kind of speak for itself. I am bummed that 3 out of the 4 Bob Does Sports guys got knocked out, and then they kind of disappeared.
Bad picks.
Yeah, bad picks. And then what was Riggs doing on those pairings for that alternate shot?
Oh, they had the lead.
Those pairings. I don't know if y'all talked about that in the last episode, but
no,
those
terrible
pairings. Those pairings. I mean, the scramble format pairings were fine, but then you're putting George and Jet together. You already had a giveaway with the Duke and whoever he played and Chandler. It just
why is Chandler on there? He's no golf personality. There's a lot better picks than nothing against him.
I think that's viewership. I think that was for viewership.
But
he's such a big
said,
name.
Riggs. I think he did too much. He went with a scramble, and he's like, "Oh, great team, let's run it back." And most of his teams were same group. I'm like, "No, mix it up, dog. Put some different people together."
Absolutely. I do think they were the weaker team for the alternate shot format.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to do the pairings in my head. I was like, all right, who would have been better? I think it would have been better served for them to do 2 layups, not split some of the good golfers. Put some good golfers together, if that makes sense. I mean, Riggs and the guy with the mechanical arm, that was a bad pairing.
Yeah.
I mean, because Riggs is, no matter what his handicap says, he's not an A player. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He's not made for that scenario.
No, not when you have to have that stable hand.
And one guy didn't have a hand, so
Barstool did him dirty when they
zoomed in on it.
Yeah, I said that.
He's rubbing his chest or whatever, and they zoomed in on
it. Was Micah or somebody was like, "My hands get so sweaty," and then Andrew was like, "Me too," and this Barstool zoomed in on his arm. I was like, "You're so dirty for that."
Real
dirty.
Barstool. I thought Chaz was great.
Oh my gosh, dude, Chaz is insane.
He's so good,
and not only that, but I think he overall through the first 4 episodes, I think he increased his star power probably the most out of anybody.
Oh yeah.
I thought the storyline with Lacey was really cool. How she just kind of got thrown in there, and obviously she was a good golfer. And then I don't know if y'all saw, she announced like she hadn't been playing golf.
I saw
All
it
right,
yesterday.
all right golfer. I wouldn't say good golfer. All right golfer. She was.
No, you
To
didn't
me,
see
she
her
was
story,
like,
did you?
She beat you.
no, I know that, but I'm saying to me it was like, bro, you could have flew somebody in, or you could have had an alternative there. I would have rather watched the other Barstool guy than just some random girl from Bass Pro Shop get out there. Hank, I would have rather watched
I
Hank.
thought it was interesting. I thought she handled herself well. And then of course I'm not a huge good fan. I just always thought it was like, I'm gonna be honest. When I didn't really watch much YouTube golf until I moved here and had all this time on my hands, just taking care of Jet. Being unemployed for a couple months, not giving lessons and stuff. That's when I really started to dive into really watching it. And so immediately went to Grant. Immediately went to Bob Doe Sports once I saw them with Grant. But I never really got into like the good space, so I didn't know how good Brad was. Like I'd seen him at the I had seen him at the PGA Tour, like Creator Classics and stuff like that. But I mean, and I knew he was a good college golfer and played in the Masters. I knew like of his background, but I never really watched him golf. And that
he's unfair good out there.
He might be better than Wesley. He probably is, to be honest.
Oh, probably is. Wesley's conceded. But hey, George is a great guy. Anyway,
Yeah.
But dude, the whole thing is like there's so much, and then even the tension. That like Mo, this past episode, Mo, the big guy, and then Micah, how they're just chirping each other.
Awful.
And then Whit hit it in the water. Whit said, "Good shot, Mika." I was like, bro, because they don't know anybody's name. Even Dave called Bubby Bubbly. He's called him Bubbly.
I thought Mo I think he let like the situation get to his head a little bit, especially with like the whole walking up on the greens and then walking through the bunkers.
That was obnoxious.
Oh yeah,
I'd be like, bro, move out the way.
Yeah, Paige is having to wave him off and back off multiple holes,
and he's trying to call him to tell him don't miss short because it's water.
Bro, we can see it.
I thought Frankie he just continues to be a weird character.
Hey, he was clutch for a few holes. That bunker shot though on 18 to do that was clutch. When Paige put him in that bunker and it was like tied at the end. I for sure
that was a clutch situation. I'm more meaning like his reactions. He makes a 3-foot putt and he's like, let's blink and go, and he's screaming. And he's looking at Dave, like giving him stare downs, and I'm like, dude, all right, I get it. You got to play it up a little bit, but that's what makes me appreciate Brad so much, though, and the way he handled it, just with class. He's very encouraging of Lacey in their match, and then always just Mr. Clutch in the alternate shot par 3. So
I'm with Dave though on the episode that just came out where he was like, I wanted to chirp each other. But bro, like, I want to hear some people talking to each other. Like everybody's just good shot. Oh, good shot. Bro, I'm like, no, let's get in some heads. Let's start talking. Like it just makes it more entertaining to me. Like I would love that part if they could start going at it. Let me say this too. Let me ask y'all's thoughts. If it was just me, I know the internet kind of agrees with me here because I saw some clips. How annoyed were y'all with Sarah talking about Chaz the whole time? Oh, you're him, Chaz. You can do this, Chaz. I'm gonna make this putt, Chaz. You can make this putt, Chaz. She was on my nerves the whole last episode.
I don't know. I think
the way she
one
talked.
of them, it's such a high dollar, high stress situation. You're trying to just tell yourself, I got this.
Yeah,
the only reason it's a problem is because it's on mic and they keep playing it. They keep letting you hear everything she said. If we're in a 2v2 scramble, we're like, this is our hole. We're doing it. If you replayed any scramble match we've been in, I bet you hear the same couple phrases the whole day.
I feel like it's just me and you sad the whole time. It ain't no phrases. It's quite sad.
I mean, there is definitely a headspace that you have to get into with that much pressure where you have to kind of maintain the positive thoughts and tell yourself you're going to do it. I thought it was a little bit over the top. And that just means that she's not confident in what she's doing. And that's okay. I probably wouldn't have been super confident either in that situation. So I'm trying to think of what else kind of stuck out to me as far as the content. I thought Jet from Bob Doe Sports, I thought he held his own, especially in the scramble.
He was good. Yeah. That was insane.
And then I actually have a clip I'm going to send to y'all later. I have a suspicion that Bob was not as bad as not saying he's bad now, but his swing was not as bad when he first started. I went back and rewatched the very first episode or not very first episode, but one of the first episodes where he took Joey to that like podunk golf course that had, you know what I'm talking about? He said he was going to go play Torrey Pines. And then he took Joey to like that crater field.
Yeah.
Dude, I screen recorded it. Bob's swing is on plane. It's not over the top. It's not rush tempo. He's not doing all the waggles. So he either worked himself through 4 years of being on camera into the head case that we all know and love him to be, or he wasn't as bad to start and it was for views. And I'm not sure which.
Views drive a lot. Yeah. When you're especially when you're trying to get to full time. If I could just turn it on and be scratch and it change our views, or turn it off and be a 40 handicap and it drive views, but either way I get to quit my full-time job, I would do it.
Well, me and Zach talked about that, and so not just us, we've seen all people tweeting it and stuff on the internet, but it's crazy how bad some of these people look in the Internet Invitational, but you watch them on their channel that they edit their videos, they control their videos like, oh, they're really good golfers. Then you watch them here where Barstool's not going to give them second shots or edit to make them look good. You're like, oh, some of these shots they're hitting don't look like their YouTube swings.
Are we speaking of the DOD King?
I mean, he's one of the guys I'm not a fan of, but
he's made some shots, but
what though?
Yeah, he can't putt.
Michael's always been not as good as I thought. He's great, like he'd of course with me, but like in pressures in situations like this. Now he's better in episode 5 and 4, but the first 3 episodes, you're like, oh, Michael ain't got it like you think he has it.
But Mac Butcher, when he's throwing, he has all the slinging videos where he can play it lefty or righty, and then he misses so many shots. And it might just be because he doesn't play pressure golf, but
I think when he plays pressure golf, he plays tournament golf, and it's just a different mindset. Like, it's probably hard for a guy like that, and the hole-in-one trick shots guy, Josh Kelly. He got knocked out early. And then even Berkshire a little bit, right? Like we all know Kyle Berkshire is one of the best in the world long drive, but you're not playing a long drive. You're not in those situations. And to where he's hitting it, everything's so much tighter. And the landing spots are so much tighter. So it plays against some of those guys in a way. Like, it's probably hard to turn your brain off from like Matt, who gets his views from like doing asinine, crazy shot shapes. He does that for the clicks, for the camera, for whatever. And when he has to play a situation like that, where every shot's going to be counted and you can't, there's no mulligans, you don't get to replay it again. I don't think he's as bad as a tournament player as he showed at Barstool or at Internet Invitational. I think there's a different switch for a guy like that, if that makes sense. And then some of the guys, some of them out there, I do think that, I think that's what Good Goods always had like a little bit of a reputation for. It's just like if they don't have a great hole, like they'll refilm it and stuff like that. So that's one of the things I love about Mondo Sports is I don't think they do that at all. I think it's good, bad, or ugly. They're putting it on the channel.
Dog, and let me say, episode 4 had me in literal tears crying on my couch with Fasoli running through that fence. Dude, I watched the clip on Instagram and like I laughed. But then I watched the full episode, like between the whole picking the ball up and then moments later doing that. And
I just had a bad day.
I was on my couch crying tears, laughing so hard at this whole
15 minutes.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, this is insane. It was just like, what do y'all think about that situation with the water? Like, was Chaz being a little stickler there? That episode, he was getting real nitpicky about some rules.
They were down.
And then did y'all see Mo? Literally, so Fazoli put the ball back, and then Mo was like, picks the ball back up. It's like he said it, and he put it. I was like, Mo, you can't just. That's exactly what we're having this argument about. And you just did it again.
So 2 things. That's what I was about to say. 2 things. I think if Fazoli does it, and he sees the ball in the water, he picks it up to see if it's a Callaway, which he's not a golfer, so he doesn't know that blue soccer ball is going to be a Callaway. Right. He wipes the mud off. He puts it back. If just happened and then Big Mo didn't try to move the rock and he didn't pick up the ball and he put it back down and all that stuff didn't happen, I don't think, like, no harm, no foul, like the camera guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, except it's Barstool. And so Dave wanted to clip.
But then Big Mo, like, picks it up again and puts it
Yeah.
where he's describing it was, because what happened, in my view, I went back and rewatched it as well. Like, in my view, what happened was Fasoli said it was not all the way submerged, but then when he put it back in the water, it's pretty much all the way submerged.
Yeah.
So when he was saying it wasn't always all the way submerged, then Mo picks it up and puts it like more to the left, I think, where it might not have been all the way under the water. And I think that's what Chaz saw. Chaz is like, what the heck? You can't just like pick it up and move it.
I was confused too. I was like, Mo, you can't. This whole argument is about the placement of the ball, and then you re-pick it up and like set it.
To try to see them try to hit that ball out of that creek.
He tried $10,000. He tried. He didn't get it nowhere.
I don't think they ever would have done anything with that hole regardless.
That was a terrible team. Even in this most recent episode 5, it was Bubby and his 2 teammates. I forgot who's on his team, but Micah, and somebody else. Dude, that was a horrible team on the little par 3 course.
Is it Lacey? Lacey was on their team.
Lacey, Micah, and Bubby.
But she was like, if I got to keep them cool, there's 3 hotheads on this team, and it's not going to go well.
Terrible
not
team.
Good. Not good. I thought that Paige handled herself really well. I don't really understand her video after, I guess, episode 3 that she posted a video and was like talking about all the hate she was getting.
She did another one today. I woke up this morning. There's another one of her describing. She's like, let me explain myself again. It was like a Twitter.
I didn't think it was needed. Like, everybody knows she's probably top 5 most famous ones there, and everybody knows what her content is. And it's just like, I don't think it was needed. I mean, she is a type A personality. You can tell that. You could tell that when they were picking the pairings. You could tell that. Now, her argument about the teams didn't make much sense, because I think the longest hole in that par 3 that they played was like 110 yards. That didn't. I mean, they were using lob wedge every single hole. So
or
that
putter
didn't
on
make
one.
much sense.
I didn't understand that. Even Dave was like, "Are they allowed to use wedges?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Why is everybody putting?"
I don't understand. Especially after you see the first one just ramp. It's a 55-yard shot. I think even at my skill level, I would have swung a wedge.
And the only reason Frankie's got close because he hit that little water thing and it kicked it and slowed it down.
Yeah, that's Frankie's head.
But I thought the format, I'm going to give, because I thought the format in the beginning when they were describing it, I was like, this doesn't seem like what it was advertised. But the redraft and the redraft and the redraft, I think just made it chef's kiss on the format.
Yeah. Let me ask you, after episode 5, hole 18, would y'all took Dave's offer of playing hole 19 and doubling the pot if you win? But if you lose, you're out of the whole thing, and you don't get nothing. That's what Frankie.
I keep going.
I understood why they did it. I will say this. I understood why they did it. Now, what was more confusing to me is the ones before that, like at the end of every match, where he was like, you could go replay or whatever. Those, because it's not the same team moving forward, if that makes sense. They're like, I got to do it for my team.
Deal.
Bubby and Mo should have taken the deal. I think they should have taken the deal.
I think George and Chaz, they could have beat Paige and Peter again if they replayed that hole and made that.
George I think George felt like they were like getting away with that match. I didn't think he thought they were going to win that match. But yet again, man, Chazzy. I think he's the winner of the Internet Invitational.
He's so good. But I think Bubby and Mo wanted to take that money. Mo wanted it. But Bubby, I think Bubby had to hold on to his bit because, right before this tee time, he was like, no money could make me take it. I'm for the team. And he would have looked real silly if he would have took it. So he's probably holding on to that. But
multiple times they were playing for like $4,000 or $8,000 during like the skins part of things. And he was like, this is my net worth. So you got to imagine what that money would have meant to him.
Yeah, Mo needed that. That's why he tried to hit that ball out of the water for $10,000. He wanted that money. I'll tell you, one of the people that I've never really watched him online, but his Roger Steele, I wasn't too much of a fan of Raj. Like, he was playing. It was just one moment that made me not a fan. It's like I forgot who he played against early, and the guy was like, that's good. And Roger's like, what? Speak up. I can't hear you. And he wanted the guy to like say it louder to kind of admit defeat. And I was like, oh, I'm not really a fan of that. But other than that,
with Roger, I think it's a situation where like he felt like he was one of the least known, if that makes sense. So he was just trying to like play up like his presence, because I think that I don't think any of them knew what was going to be on camera and what wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think the editors knew until they went back and rewatched all the film.
The timeline
Speaking
had to
of,
be wild.
coming from an editor yourself who does all the videos, Case,
Yeah.
can you imagine having to edit
No.
a 3.5 hour long YouTube video?
No, my sister-in-law, her boyfriend is the cameraman for Buster Jack, and he got hired by Barstool to do the tracers for these videos. And he said it was insane doing all these tracers.
I love the tracers, by the way, the orange and then the white.
Hey, shout out Caden. He loves your tracers. I was asking him about. He told me he ain't told me nothing about. He knows the outcome because he was there filming the whole time. But he just said just to buckle up because the drama gets even greater. Because I said, what was it like after that first episode when Whit was just dogging Luke Quan out? Because I said I loved it. Like I love that kind of stuff. And he said it was so awkward in that cafeteria when Luke walked in and Whit was just dogging him out because Whit's like the only one speaking up. But Whit's a hockey guy. Whit don't mind. And he said it was just so awkward in there for everybody else because like nobody else calls people out like that in the YouTube world, golf YouTube. And so, but he said it's cool, the whole thing.
And I'm just going to give the second side of that. That was one of the scenes that I was cringing. I hated it. I did not appreciate as a golf.
I wish they would have shown the whole thing. Like I wanted to see him really get on him.
As a member of the golf professional community, you know, you're always trying to lead by example. You're always trying to not let situations ever get to that point. I've been in them. I've broken up 3 different fights at a clubhouse. And, you know, it's just one of those things where you said you love it, the Barstool Survival or Survivor and Barstool and all that stuff.
It's all that.
That's the flip for me where I just prefer to go watch Grant play Nelly Corda or whoever. Like, you know, I just like the golf.
I mean, that's like if I wasn't a pastor in our softball league, especially, that's how I would have talked to a bunch of guys on the team.
He was close. He was close a couple of days.
I got in trouble a few times. And that's why Katie don't let me like coach a lot of stuff. But it's just like you got to hold people accountable. Luke Quan, dog, that point would have made a difference. And dog's in there sleeping. And then
again, though, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. If any of my buddies are on a golf trip and it is within an hour of that tee time, and I don't think they're awake.
Yeah, I'm going in there. Somebody should have woke him up for sure. And Busta was roommates with him. Busta's tail should have woke him up.
Like, I know you said you have that connection to those guys. I'm almost wondering if Busta did, because he seems like a great dude. Mason seems like an awesome dude. And Bob does words constantly raves about how good of a dude he is. I'm thinking what happened, and this is just a theory. I think he went to go wake him up earlier, and producers, Dave, whoever,
leave him alone.
I think they let it happen. Here's my thing. It's Luke Quan. He's number 2 power. I think he was drafted 4th, but overall, we all know that he's the second best player, third best player, maybe behind Wesley, but he's right there, 1, 2, or 3. Brad, Wesley, Luke. You're telling me Bob's team didn't know he wasn't there? Like no one on the team?
Yeah, somebody had to be on the range. Like, hey, where's Luke on the range?
It's almost like one of those situations. I think it wasn't manufactured in the fact that he had just come in from where was he? Iceland.
I don't want to hear that crap. I'm used to Iceland time.
When I came back from Germany, I slept for 19 straight hours. It's a huge change, but you know, he didn't. I'm not defending the way that Luke defended himself at all. What I am saying is, I think it might have been not manufactured in the way that they told him to sleep, but manufactured in the way that it was on purpose that no one went and woke him up until tea time.
Oh yeah.
I read a thing that it was a total PR stunt by Luke because he doesn't need the money. He's playing, competing, he's got sponsorships, and now there's another line with Tacoma. There's another ad. PGA released the highlight reel of Luke Quan. It's like it was a total PR thing for him because who's really, as an adult, how many times have you sleep into 9:30 or 10 o'clock?
Wow.
There was an article that came out in 2019 in Golf Digest talking about the Oklahoma team, and they said that he almost got kicked off the team for oversleeping practice and missing tee times and missing class. So maybe the boy just likes to sleep.
I don't care how good he is. Somebody would have to chew his tail out for that. And well, Whit did. I wish they would have showed the whole thing. I would have loved every bit of it. But I'm absolutely tomorrow. If you're listening, you're not sure what we're talking about. You need to go to YouTube and start with Bob Does Sports on their channel, and you can watch every episode of this whole thing. And tomorrow at 1 o'clock, Thursday at 1 o'clock or 6 o'clock actually live. It's gonna be a live premiere. You can watch it with everybody live. Will be the final episode, and I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to see.
Someone just booked it just popped up as a notification on my phone. Someone just booked 6 o'clock on Thursday night for a lesson.
You won't be able to watch it live, man.
Son of a gun, I'm gonna have to stay off Twitter.
I'm gonna have to try to watch. Yeah. You know, everybody's gonna be talking about it, so do not. But I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to see what happens. This has been, to me, it's been so entertaining. But like I said, when Surviving Barstool's out, I'm looking for every episode. So this has been so cool to me. And I don't know if you heard Frankie talking about it. They created this YouTube channel, and I was like, what are they gonna do? Try to just do this once a year, like just have one video a year? And he basically said, you know, they have the footage from everybody's golf, so like they can go all the way back to the first day, and if you want to see Gruden and his teammate play, they'll put all 18 holes of that up. So you can watch everybody's full round, and that's how they're going to get content until next year's.
Gruden is awesome. I love that speech. I know you already talked about it on the last pod, but that speech was fantastic.
It was sick. And he just off the dome. Dude had it. It was so cool to hear that. It would have been neat to like even just be a fly on the wall there, just to see all them guys together. And then my favorite is Big Cat. He's like, "You want to appeal?" It just so he can be like, "No, denied."
I will say, one thing that it made me want to do is it made me want to go to the Ozarks and play that golf course. It looked beautiful.
Oh yeah,
that's what we were talking about. It would be such a trip. There's 5 courses. I mean, there's plenty there at the Big Cedar. I looked it up last night. There's 5 courses. 4 18-hole, and then you got the par 3 course.
It's crazy.
Par 3 course. I would play it over and over and over again.
Oh, yeah. It looks
so much fun.
It looks so sick. And then that 19th hole right there, that just you can just go hit those shots on. It'd be cool. Did you ever get a price on it, Z-Rock? We going? Just let us know. Just book it.
I got to reach out. I need some pricing information. It looks like it is.
Some information might have gone. It might have gone up.
That's true. After this,
I'm sure after these 2 weeks, prices have doubled.
But so I'm looking forward to it. Who's been? Let me ask this kind of a little drop zone question of the night. Who do you think has been? And they could have already been eliminated, but who has been the MVP of the Internet Invitational?
I like Brad. I think Brad has played so consistently high quality. His persona is nice. He's just a nice guy who's really good. And every time he's been on a 2 or 3-man team, he is constantly trying to say, "You're good. You're good. We got this." And I like that. Feels like a team guy.
Even episode 5 when Beef, whatever, he had that really bad shot, and they still got up and down for par because Brad was like, "Don't worry about it, dog."
Yeah, I think going a different route since you took Brad, I really, really was impressed with Brad. I'm gonna go Chazzy just because I'd seen him on the clips with Josh Kelly on Instagram. They do a lot of content together.
Yeah.
But I never really dove into watching anything, of length with him. And one, I love the adaptive tour that he plays on. I've got a friend in Noonan that was in a car accident, but he was a really good player, about a +2 before his car accident, and he's in a wheelchair and he plays on the adaptive tour. And just like seeing the positivity come out of him, and then how well he played. I mean, he striked it like Wesley and Bob said. He's hitting. I mean, he had every fairway, I think, through 3 matches. So to watch him and to see his kind of star power grow was really cool.
I like when he chirped Wesley. He said something. He's like, "Well, I'm still on my tour."
Yeah. Oh, dude, like Nate shot when he told Micah, he said, like, "This is my side gig, and I'm on playing the same venue as you." I was like,
"No,
oh,
Daltouche."
I was like, "Oh, dog, the way you just buried him like that." Maybe this ain't the MVP of the Internet Invitational, but I think deserves the most respect. Josh Richards for actually winning some matches with Duke as his teammate, like early in the show. Like I think it's episode 1 or 2, and he actually won those points with Duke as his teammate. I was like, dog. Yeah. I would have paid to quit and not have to listen to Duke the rest of the round if that was me.
I like Josh a lot. He seems to be like a good dude, and every time he's in one of these things, seems to be a good dude. I thought he won it because I'd seen a clip from like a poker tournament that like leaked, and he was like, I'm pretty known for winning tournaments these days.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Mostly golf. He was
Yeah.
like mostly golf, but now it's poker. I'm here in the finals or whatever. And then he wasn't on any of the graphics. Like when they were like teasing it, like, you know, they couldn't fit all 48 guys on there for sure. But I think he was on the very first one with everybody. And then for like 2 or 3 weeks after that little clip came out, and everybody was kind of talking on Twitter that, you know, he might have won or whatever. It seems like they were like keeping him at distance from the advertising. So I'm gonna be honest, I thought his team was gonna make a huge comeback during the par three the whole time. I was like, all right, when's the comeback happening? When's the comeback happening? Just because I thought he would advance, and I thought he, you know, his team was the winner or whatever, but obviously not.
I text Zach. I said, "Dog, what are you doing if they picked you to be paired with the Duke?" Because I would have just left immediately. I would have been done.
It's one of them. It's like I'm thankful for the opportunity. Now I gotta do what Chaz has done, like grow my stardom. I need somebody to reach out to me after this.
Yeah, that's wild.
So you just try to be the best on camera you can, because
Let's
the
get
Duke is the Duke.
the next time we have another episode, this will be over. Let's get predictions. I'm gonna go first. It's got to be Brad, Beef, and Francis. Got to win the whole thing. That team.
That's who I would think. Or Frankie has played so good. Frankie Page and Mo. Yeah, it's one of those.
I don't know what the format is for the last one. They're at a big course. They're gonna play actual full course, not a par three again.
It's got to be Brad. Like it would be hard stretch, I think, for them to lose. Also, I think it would be really, really cool. Rest in peace to our guy Beef. I think it would be cool.
Yeah.
And it's already done and everything, but that would be a really cool thing to kind of, you know.
I told Casey it's so surreal, like knowing he's already passed, and then you just keep seeing him. I'm like, he's playing good, and like, oh wait, this was months ago or whenever it was.
Such a nice dude.
Now, listen, your prediction could be right, because for those listening, the final teams, we've got Francis, Paige, and Frankie, and we got Mo, Brad. But Josh is still in it, isn't he? Or he get eliminated? It's showing him in the final on the thumbnail of the final. I don't remember if he was in that last episode.
No, it should be Brad, Francis Beef, and then Mo, Frankie Page for the two final groups.
Okay, yeah. Paige, Mo, Frankie. We got Micah, Bubby, and Lacey. We got Peter, Dodd King, and Josh, and then we got Brad, Francis, and Beef. So I didn't know Josh was still in it. So it could be true. He could be the one.
Oh, he's not still in it. He was. That was in
they
the
were
last
eliminated
episode.
today.
Peter got Peter finished.
Oh, I thought all 4 teams got it. It's just top 2.
No,
it's
it's
just the top
50-50.
3v3
for the final.
That was the whole thing with the.
Oh yeah, it's Beef then, because they said they asked Beef's parents for permission to post it, if it was okay to still show him, and they wanted to see him. So I think he goes out on top, and they're gonna make a big deal about it.
I also want it for Brad. I think Brad really, like y'all said, I think that he really acted in a way that kind of, he's not a tour pro, but it gives you insight to like how they think, and if like he had to have been expecting the worst case scenario on all of his partner shots.
Oh yeah,
and he was still mentally prepared to make it happen or to hit a quality shot. I mean, some of those bunker shots that he was hitting, you know, I mean,
putts he made on that par 3 course were insane.
On his putter that Roger pointed out, that was sick. That was sick.
It's crazy how much, like, you think, obviously, when this whole thing started, and then when everybody was in that room together before the very first draft, everybody in the room, including me watching, is like, oh, Wesley, this is too easy. Like, of course. And then you see him get eliminated so soon. Then you're like, well, George gets eliminated. And you forget how good Brad is. But I think he's got it. That's going to be our picks.
One of my favorite parts, real quick, we got to get into this, and then I have a surprise for you, Casey. But one of my favorite parts of all the episodes is FP and Trent riding around in the golf cart and talking about everything under the sun, talking about food, talking about cheering for Paige, and he goes, "Woo!"
Together, them two.
Oh my gosh, I love FP. I just everything he puts out is hilarious to me.
That's wild.
And then Yeah. So, all right. So my surprise, and this is for both of y'all, even though I still think of Zach as my client, even though he doesn't send me swings anymore. I am offering from now until I consider golf season starts again, which is March. And I know y'all travel and I know y'all go play in the winter. I am offering, and I've said this to you off camera, but I'm putting it on camera because
Ooh.
I want to help. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing it. So I'm offering 3.5 to 4 months, however long it takes, of free online golf instruction.
Sheesh.
Any practices, anything you do, I want you to clip it, send it to me. I'm going to break it down, and we're going to get there together. And we're going to fix that little move
And
that
he
you're
needs
talking
bring
about.
it down. Yeah, I do. I need it in 2026.
We need the distance from him when we're playing.
Yeah,
That's his biggest weakness is.
But it starts with the pivot. It starts from the basics. It starts from
Mhm.
how we're rotating.
That's what we need.
So I'm putting it on camera for everybody to see. I am offering my services
Listen,
to help.
I'm about to tomorrow.
Because y'all are my favorite YouTube golfers, if we're being honest.
Hey,
Thank you.
tomorrow I'm finding a golf net that I can affirm because I love affirming. I'm going to affirm it or afterpay, and I've got that Rapsodo, and we're going to get to work.
So yeah, net return 10% off in my bio if you want to use it.
Well, as long as they let me affirm it, I sure will. That
Can
sounds
you
like
leave it outside or you got to put it up?
Shoot, mine's been outside. It does fall over. I have 25-pound dumbbells sitting on the back of it, but it's so windy here, and I have it set up directly where it normally blows from the north, so it does fall over from time to time. But I leave mine outside pretty much year round.
This sounds like somehow I'm going to work it into a business expense for my print shop. Somehow, some way, maybe I need to print a sticker for it to advertise what I can print. I don't know. We'll figure it out somehow.
IRS just don't listen to that part.
Yeah. Well, money. Yeah, we got to get that to work because we got to get dialed. Like I got to figure it out.
We got to get dialed. And then Zach, the offer has been on the table for you to send me your swing videos. I've told you I didn't. I moved away, but that doesn't mean I'd have to stop being your coach. Unless you're going to see somebody else, then that's fine too.
I haven't
But
seen anybody.
if you're not, send me the videos.
There was a guy at the Fields we were gonna work with, and then he left. He went to Tampa. Ashley hired a guy, and then it was like 3 weeks went by. I was like, "Hey, dude, are you still available? You got your pricing yet?" He said, "Oh, I moved." I said, "Dog, okay." So I've just been YouTube. You know, I like a good Instagram clip of what to do.
Me and my golf.
Like that when you were paying me to come see me.
Yeah.
You were still all over would this work for me? Would this work for me? So anyways, I will help you in any way I can. I can develop practice programs for y'all. I have multiple on my computer already that are kind of blocked and ready. I got daily rotational drills for y'all to do because the thing is, you both now played for so long, right?
Mhm.
That I don't want you to even think about the results until March. I want to work on the pivots. I want to work on the rotations. I want to show you why what is happening is happening. And for you, Zach, it's just the opposite problem. Now I think we're just a little too, just watching your videos, I think we're a little too underneath the ball and leading to those open face blocks. And then with Casey, obviously, we kind of know it's just a little bit of that hip slide goes this way, gets up to the top, and then comes across. So we will fix it. But I feel like putting it on camera that I'm offering my services for free, your followers are going to hold you to this because I think they're tired of seeing it too.
I'm ready. I'm making a swinging golf club in the shop, and that'll be a lot easier.
No,
we'll
you
get
can't.
to work.
It's too
An iron. I can fit an iron in here.
I got an
You need 9-foot ceilings.
What do you have on your deck? I got an 8x8 platform I built for Marley for a playhouse. I just need, I mean, it's just wood and 2x4s, so I need something between that.
Moon Golf has one. I'll show you. They got it rolled up. When you walk into the left, it's one of those hitting mats.
That's what I need. I need that in the net.
Let's go get one. We'll get 7 Brew and walk in Moon Golf. And then Scott will get us ready for the 2026 season. Ready. Yeah. Well, that's it for episode 160. Thanks for Scott for coming on. If you want to get you some clothes to wear for this golf season coming up, check out Johnny O. We got a link in the description for 15% off. Appreciate them. And we'll see y'all next week. Is it next week we have special guest on? Did we confirm with him?
Oh, yeah. It's not confirmed yet. We're working on it.
Listen, we're working on having a player that played in the Internet Invitational. He made it all the way to episode 4, I believe.
4, yeah.
4, and he's going to be on the show possibly. So be here next week for that, and we'll see y'all for the next one. Don't go nowhere, Scott. We're going to talk after this goes away. As soon as I hit pause. Here we go.